Hello everyone, welcome back to Marshall the Uke. This video is about all the things you need to know before and after you get your ukulele. Before you buy your ukulele, you have to know something very important, that it's the size. The ukulele actually has a total of 6 sizes. People don't know this, but the ukulele has more than one size. One that is called pineapple, then it goes the soprano, that the soprano is the one that I use, in which this is a soprano. After the soprano, there is like another type of soprano that is a little bit bigger than this. Then we have the concert, tenor, and baritone. Those ones are very big, and actually the baritone is the size of a small actual guitar. You may be wondering which one is the best, like which one you can play the best, and it all depends on you. It depends on the way your fingers are or how comfortable you're with your instrument. In my experience, I feel more comfortable with the soprano size because for me it has been like the best size. I've got the pineapple shaped one and the ones that are too big, and I love the soprano size, but that's just for me. I don't know for everyone else, but adults usually tend to go for the big ones, maybe because they're already used to the size of an actual guitar if they have been guitar players previously, or they just feel better with the way their fingers are for the tap. A very important detail that everyone should know is that there's a difference between a wooden instrument and a plastic instrument. Many ukuleles that are not made from wood, they're actually made of a plastic, and I'm not saying they're bad, but their sounds are very different. It's not the same to hear a wooden ukulele with a plastic ukulele. However, if you're gonna get a little kid a ukulele, you can actually get a plastic one, considering that they are cheaper and they don't need a lot of maintenance as a wooden one. Your ukulele, there's something that everyone needs to know, and this not only goes for ukulele players but for all musicians, is that don't learn hard songs, because if you start with hard songs, it will be very difficult for you to actually get to know well your instrument, also to enjoy your instrument, because if we just go straight up for the hard part, we won't enjoy the process of learning something new in a very good way. And you also need to keep in mind that even though it seems easy, it's not that easy when you already start playing. So I totally recommend you not to jump off the cliff so fast and start with nice and easy songs with basic and easy chords, because if you start with the hard ones, you'll totally get confused, and it's not good for you, and it won't make you adore your instrument, which is one of the most important things about having an instrument, and is the fact that you have to cherish it and you have to get to know your instrument first. And after you learn the easy songs, you can go advancing with some medium songs in which the chords are more like bar chords and the strummings are different. And after that, you can go to the very hard songs that are maybe songs with arrangements are pretty hard, a very specific strumming pattern. But again, if you're a beginner, don't start with hard songs nor strong strumming patterns. Go nice and easy, because you're gonna have a headache if you start with hard songs, and we don't want that. So as we know, instruments can get dirty and dusty through the time if you don't play it that much. However, if you play it, you have to remember to always clean it, take care of it, because that could lead to consequences in which the strings won't be strong enough, or you can get like really bruised, which takes me to my other tip, and it's the way that you take care of your instrument. And I'm not saying with something wet, because that could actually damage the wood, and if it damages the wood, it will damage the sound, and we don't want that. So I just totally recommend with a towel, just clean it nice and neat. And if you're gonna use water, try to not use that many, just like a little bit, not much, because again, it can ruin the sound. Another thing I noticed is the capo. Capos usually are pretty big, and because they're made for guitars, and the ones that I have are for guitars, and when I use them on the ukulele for playing some of the chords, for example the D chord, I have to put my hand in such a way in which my thumb will get onto, you know, the tabs. And when I'm playing with the capo of the guitar, it's very uncomfortable, and I have to maneuver my hand to be in such a way that it won't be that hard to play. You can get a capo that it's small and it's not that very thick for your ukulele, then totally get it, because it will really be a problem when you try to do chords that can be almost like bar chords, or that your hand has to be in a certain shape. So I would totally recommend that. This other tip is more for the people who are already learning how to do bar chords, and they tend not to, you know, have enough strength to play some bar chords. So I'm gonna teach you a very important tip that not many people teaches this, but I feel that it's gonna help you out if you're struggling a little bit with the bar chords, because I know that sometimes we don't have enough strength to pull on the strings and it doesn't really sound good. I'm going to play B minor. To play B minor, you have to put your index finger on the second fret, pressing all the strings. And with your third finger, you're gonna put it in the fourth string on the fourth fret. This is the hack. So when you already put your fingers like this, you'll notice that your middle finger is going to be wandering here around, and what you're gonna do is that you're gonna put your middle finger with your index finger. This will create more pressure in your fingers so you can play the chord better, as you can hear. If I take it off, it will sound something like this. As you can see, well, here there's some notes there that don't sound well. However, if I put it with 2 fingers, it sounds better. And the last tip that I'll give you, that is the most important one of them all, is love your instrument. It doesn't matter if nobody likes your instrument. It doesn't matter if your parents hate it, or your friends hate it, or your dogs hate it. It's if you love your instrument, cherish it, because that's something that nobody in the world will change. I have Marshall since 3 years ago, and he has made me very, very happy. And yes, he has a name. That's why Marshall the Uke is called Marshall the Uke, because he's real. He's part of me. I am very happy to have him in my life. He has made me have many, many friends and gave me a lot of opportunities, starting with this channel that I'm right now talking to you. But that's really the most important part of all, that you love and cherish your instrument, no matter what, no matter who. If you enjoy your instrument, there's nothing stopping you. You're gonna have so much fun by just playing this. You're just gonna love it. Knowing all of this, I hope that you have a lot of good luck with your future ukulele. I hope that this was very useful for all of you. I'm sorry if it wasn't that best of an explanation. If you need a very detailed explanation, you can comment down below and tell me specific questions, or you can follow me on Instagram. The link will be down below. And you can ask me more questions about the ukulele that you would like to know. I'll see you next time in Marshall the Uke.